This is the TexWave millimeter wave signal generator. It's a lightweight standalone signal source for lab use, covering the ranges of 20 to 40 gigahertz. And in conjunction with our converter probe, we can take these higher frequency values and then convert them into lower frequency values so that they are easier to measure. The probe has 4 different signal ranges, and as we can see on the screen right now, while inputting 24.1 gigahertz, we can see that the peak frequency on the measuring device moves. The peak frequency is set to a center frequency of 1.5 gigahertz, and the span is 500 megahertz. The generator uses our radio frequency technology to produce its own waves, and is applicable for smaller businesses and smaller testing sites. This is the process of changing the range of the frequency. So as you can see, we're going from band 1 to band 2, and now the gigahertz frequency is different. Moving on to example 2, it's the same concept, but this time with different frequencies. At the baseline of 26.6, we put 26.7 and 26.8, and we can see that the peak on the measured device is changing. And then going back to 26.6, it should be going back to the middle again. So this is our third frequency change from 26.5 to 27.3 to 27.3 to 28.1, which is our third band. Our center frequency is set to 27.4 gigahertz, and by shifting it to 27.5 and 27.6, we can see the subsequent changes in the measurement device. And then we'll also show that it can go below the center frequency, 27.3 and 27.2, and then eventually we'll go back to 27.4, showing that we're back at the center frequency of 1. This is the fourth band of 28.1 gigahertz to 28.9 gigahertz. In our final test, we will be changing the center frequency from 28.2 to 28.3 to 28.4 and all the subsequent values. As you can see, the center frequency shifts with each inputted value, and this shows that the larger frequency of 28 gigahertz is being shifted and being converted into a smaller frequency of 1.1 gigahertz, which is easier to measure and requires less resources to identify.